Hi, I'm Bob Coates of Bob Coates Photography, and I'd like to share some tips, tricks, and techniques of supporting your camera when doing wildlife and landscape photography. I was one of those guys that used to just take my tripod along with me and then leave it in the car because I thought, I don't want to deal with that. So not too awful long ago, when I started doing more wildlife and more landscape photography, that all changed. I started making sure that I had some kind of camera support with me all the time, and my image quality went up. So I'm going to share some ideas with you, and hopefully you'll find them helpful as well. Let's start low to the ground. I'm an ambassador for Platypod, and it started out with, I bought one of these Platypods. Actually, I bought this little guy right here called the Platypod Ultra. And I carry this on my camera bag and just let it hang from the side. And it works with a little Think Tank mirrorless mover 20, because I use mirrorless cameras and work with the lighter gear. And that enabled me to work with this really lightweight tripod. And let's grab this one here too. So hanging on my bag is a tripod head, the Platypod Ultra, and the Platypod legs. So each of these, and I'll show you this on the Platypod Max, but you get this little package of legs that can hang on the side there so it doesn't work there, so you can change it up and change how it sits and there. This has become really handy. The whole Platypod system is extremely handy, and I was able to leverage that because it was so small and light and just had that with me all the time. This is really great for getting super low to the ground, but you can also, it comes with straps. So you can take a strap and you could strap it around a tree if you wanted to get a little higher height, or if you're moving around, you can do a lot of different things with this. It's pretty cool. So Platypod, that's a winner. Platypod Max, and I've kind of leveraged this one into a little bit of a bird shooter to get a low angle as well. One of the things that I learned over the years, especially when shooting wildlife or tracking birds and things, was, the cameras have gotten incredibly good with their hand holdability due to the in-camera stabilization and the fact that the lenses have stabilization and they're talking to each other. You can get like 7 stops, and I've got some great images that way. But tracking birds through the air, to me, has come to mean using a gimbal. This particular one is a ProMaster GH25. Let's go ahead and mount a camera on there just for fun. So the beauty of a gimbal, and now this one, if I'm using it this way, this would be sitting between my legs, which is why I also now strap one of these on. This is a really lightweight piece of closed cell foam, and I do that for kneeling in the wild or having a seat with this in between my legs in order to be able to track birds and still have camera support. This is a pretty cool little setup. I was pretty surprised at how well I was able to track the birds having the camera at a really low angle, which was kind of nice. And then I learned about not having comfort and why I wanted to have one of these, because boy, my butt got a little bit sore when I was using it the other day. So I got that on there. So the beauty of a gimbal is that you can have real smooth movement like this. You can have real smooth movement like this. So, and you can tension these so that it's just so. One of the things that I've found that's real important for being able to make sure that your camera is balanced nicely over your gimbal is having a long tripod plate so that you can move your camera forward and back. So if I move this forward just a little bit, it gets it more over the center. So when I loosen this, it's still pretty, okay, let's go back a little bit. And it's amazing. You can just take it back let's try that far. And look, now it sits real nice. And now I have all these different movements, and I can tension it to be exactly how I want. That's a real beautiful concept to be working with. So let's undo that. And if you'll notice, I have an awful lot of tripod plates. Tripod plates. And the idea for that is, for the longest time, I'd be switching these out, moving from lens to lens or from camera to lens, and it just used to make me crazy. And I was like, dude, buy a couple more tripod plates. So I have a bunch of these long ones. Another tripod plate, as long as we're talking about plates, is being able to mount your camera horizontally or vertically using the same thing. So this is called an L bracket. There's some really expensive ones from Really Right Stuff and stuff. This particular one is from Geekoto, Geekoto. It's really inexpensive, and it's really nice to be able to maneuver your camera from the horizontal to the vertical position quite easily. So having one of these in your kit is pretty darn awesome. Anything else I wanted to share with you? Nope. I think that'll do it. Being able to really support your camera in a nice way can end up helping you get much better images ultimately. Hopefully some of these ideas were helpful for you. You have a great one. I'm Bob Coates from successful-photographer.com.